Hey, Lisa. I need to talk to you. Where are you right now? I just finished my class at the university. I'm heading home now. What's up? You don't need to come back today. Why not? Not just today. You don't need to come back at all. Wait, what are you talking about? You're going to start living on your own from now on. Living on my own? Why all of a sudden? You're over 18 now. You can rent an apartment by yourself. This is too sudden. I don't understand. It's already decided. But telling me like this is crazy. I'm still a student, you know. Stop relying on me. You are an adult now. But Ivanka still lives at home even after graduating college. She's an exception. What? You have a part-time job and are making money, so you can live by yourself. That's not fair, though. We're sisters, but I'm the only one getting kicked out. Lisa, you know the difference. Having Ivanka around soothes me. But you're the opposite. Just looking at you irritates me. Well, I've always known you favored her since we were kids. But hearing you say it so clearly is something else. You've always been an unlovable child. It's hard to believe you're actually sisters. She's beautiful and sweet, while you're ugly and bitter. Fine. I'll find my own place. But is she on board with this too? Of course. She even said having you around makes her feel ugly. So she wants you out as soon as possible. I see. You two are really something. But I need time to find a place and pack. Can I stay a bit longer? No way. Leave immediately. That's crazy. What about my stuff? You're not going to throw it out, are you? We'll pack it for you. Pick it up tomorrow when we're out. I guess I'll crash at a friend's place tonight. But are you sure about this? Absolutely. Kicking your own daughter out? Dad would never have allowed this. Well, he did dote on you, but he's long gone. You have no allies in this house. Looks that way. From now on, I'll live my life without relying on you. Please do. Don't expect me to help you in the future either. I have Ivanka. I don't need you. I'm so happy. Living alone with my sweet Ivanka from today. Good for you. Bye, Mom. Hi, Lisa. How have you been? Who's this? It's your mother. You didn't forget about me, did you? Mom? What? Why are you contacting me? Why are you so surprised? Is it that strange for me to contact my daughter? No, it's just... we haven't spoken in over 5 years, so getting a message out of the blue is shocking. Has it been that long since you left? So how's living on your own? Since I left? You kicked me out of the house, remember? Don't make it sound so bad. I wanted you to become independent, so I helped you by letting you leave early. That's a lie. You kicked me out because you didn't want me around. You only cared about Ivanka and saw me as a tool to earn money for the household, didn't you? Of course. You're ugly and dull, unlike her. Even as a mother, it's hard to love 2 daughters equally when they're so different. She always looked down on me and even joined you in telling me to leave because I'd infect her with my ugliness. I was still in college back then. Even though I had a part-time job, it was really tough suddenly living alone. Oh, really? I feel so bad for you. You don't mean that. Sure, I do. Thanks to you leaving, I have a wonderful life with Ivanka. I'm grateful to you. If you're grateful, Then don't contact me again. If you're happy with her, isn't that enough? Things have changed. Changed? How? You've graduated and got a job, right? Move back in with me this week. Yeah, right. Are you rejecting my offer? What's wrong with you? I'm your mother telling you to come back home. Even a dumb girl like you can understand what it means, right? I understand what you're saying, but how can you say that after kicking me out and treating me like a burden? Are you still hung up on that? Jealous that I favored your sister? I've moved past that. I'm just curious about why you want me back now. What's your plan? No big plan. I just want you to come home. Ivanka is moving out soon, and it's lonely in that big house. She's moving out? Why? Oh, I haven't told you yet. She's getting married. She's engaged to a guy who works at a top company. She's getting married? Wow. Her fiancé must really be something. Don't say such a rude thing. You have no idea how attractive she is, do you? Unlike you, she's gorgeous and full of charm as a woman. She's in a completely different league compared to you. Maybe so, but that's just about looks, right? I wonder what her fiancé would think if he knew your and her true nature. Don't get excited. I won't let you near him. They haven't set a date for the wedding yet, but they're planning a grand affair. Of course you're not invited, you ugly thing. Have you even told him about me? Yeah, of course. But it'd look suspicious if you weren't invited. So I told him you were on an overseas assignment. You better stay out of this, okay? It doesn't matter to me. Anyway, I'm not coming back home. Why not? I don't know what you still don't get. We just discussed it. Why should I come back? I understand Ivanka's moving out, but I don't need to move back in. Yes, you do. There's an important role only you can fulfill. You don't mean you want me to cover living expenses or something, right? Bingo! You're going to cover all my living expenses. See? Only you can do that. Why don't you get a job or live with Ivanka and her husband? And what about Dad's inheritance? That was a long time ago. I already spent all of it. Are you kidding me? He left us a lot and you used it all up? Of course. Ivanka and I love dressing in our favorite brands. Her attention to her appearance is why she's getting married. Unlike you, who always wears cheap clothes and looks plain. You spent all the money on that? I remember you two eating at fancy restaurants every week and vacationing abroad multiple times. Exactly. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Thanks to spa treatments and high-end beauty salons, Ivanka and I look younger than our age. Maintaining beauty costs money. Meanwhile, I was working part-time jobs and saving every penny, eating frozen dinners every day and buying clothes from thrift stores. I even took on extra weekend shifts to make ends meet. Well, that lifestyle suits you. No matter how much you dress up or go to spas, it's a waste for someone like you. I wonder what Dad would think. Seeing the money he left us used this way, he would be so disappointed. Disappointed? He'd be thrilled his beloved wife and beautiful daughter are enjoying his money. There's nothing more pleasing than that. You haven't changed at all. Anyway, I'm not coming back. I won't allow that. No matter how ugly you are, you're still my daughter. I may not care about you, but you have a duty to support me, your mother. I don't care. Mothers have a duty to support their daughters too. Yet you kicked me out when I was a student. There's no way I'm going to listen to you now. But Ivanka agrees that you should support me. You have no right to refuse, understand? Enough already. I'm not coming back. Don't contact me again. Goodbye. That isn't an option, you know. I'll bring you back by any means necessary. Come back before it gets to that point. Hey, Ivanka, it's Lisa. Do you have a minute? Wow, Lisa! What's going on? How long has it been since you last contacted me? What are you thinking? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. Mom just messaged me telling me to come back home. Oh, so she already reached out. Yeah, you should do as she says. Not happening. Stop making decisions for me. I'm not going back there, and I'm not going to follow your orders. Are you confused or something? Mom and I are the ones giving orders. You just need to obey, you ugly thing. Is ugly the only word you and Mom know for me? You both called me that so much when I was younger, and it made me cry. But now it doesn't affect me, and I won't obey just because you say it. Wow, a few years of no contact and you've gotten annoying. Just because you're living on your own, don't get cocky. No matter what you do, you'll always be a bottom-tier person. People like you should just listen to beautiful people like me. Your only worth is earning money. Enough already. Why should I live my life according to your demands? Because you're my little sister? Just listen to what I tell you. I'm getting married to a successful guy, and we'll be happy. You just take care of Mom and be jealous of me. Are you sure that you're getting married? What do you mean? Of course I am. We'll see. If your fiancé finds out who you really are, he might break off the engagement. Like that's going to happen. I've worked hard to get him. Honestly, he's not my type. He's too serious and it's boring to be with him, but he has money and that's what matters. So it's all about the money. Obviously. Since Mom said Dad's inheritance is almost gone, I've been desperate to find a rich guy. That's pretty shallow, but I guess it runs in the family. You're annoying. I'm engaged and will be happy. Unlike you, who's just a loser. Got it? Yeah, I get it. Bye. Make sure to take care of Mom. I might give you some pocket money now and then. Lisa, this isn't what we agreed on. Excuse me? What agreement? Don't play dumb. I told you to come back home this week, didn't I? It's been 10 days. Oh, did you? I don't remember agreeing to it. More importantly, didn't I say not to contact me again? Stop being so annoying. Just come home now. I don't know what happened, but Ivanka left earlier than planned. I'm running out of money, so come back today. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm never coming back to that house ever. You better knock it off. When Ivanka gets married, I'll be all alone. Even if you're useless and ugly, you're still my daughter, so you need to support me. Absolutely not. Ugh. Ivanka isn't getting married. What are you talking about? She's engaged. I told you. She left a few days ago. Oh, she didn't tell you about the broken engagement, did she? Well, that makes sense. It's pretty embarrassing. Wait, Lisa. I don't understand. What do you mean broken engagement? It's no joke. I told her fiancé Nick the truth about you guys. Oh my God! How do you know him? I hadn't had any contact with him, but I checked Ivanka's blocked social media. I found his account, sent a message, and then talked to him on the phone. I told him I wasn't on any overseas assignment, and that you two made that up. How you both called me ugly and kicked me out, and now want me back for money. And how Ivanka is marrying him just for his money. Hold on! How could you do that? Now the wedding is... Like I said, the engagement is already broken. Oh, jeez! Where's Ivanka now? According to Nick, it's quite a mess. Breaking off the engagement is one thing, but she can't let go of him. She's been stalking him since they broke up. He said she's been so persistent that he's thinking of filing a restraining order. Ivanka? A stalker? That's ridiculous. No, it's pretty serious. She's been showing up at his workplace and waiting for him after work. Oh no, that's terrifying. Right? She's even been camping out in front of his house all night. He said he couldn't take it anymore. She's been contacting his friends and coworkers, asking why he's ignoring her. That's way too much. And she's been telling any woman he's with that he's her fiancé. So that's why he's calling her a stalker. Yeah, he's reached his limit. He's seriously considering pressing charges. Wait, if that happens, our family will be ruined. But you can't let someone as dangerous as her run free, right? Please, Lisa, we're in deep trouble. You have to help. Stop her. Sorry, but it's not my problem. I don't care what happens to you two. Don't say that. You're living alone, aren't you? Come back home and live with us. Actually, I'm living with someone. What? I'm living with my boyfriend. We're getting married soon. Really? You're getting married? I know what you're going to say. You can't believe someone would choose someone as ugly as me, right? But he finds me attractive. Well, I always thought you were, not pretty, but charming in your own way. I'm sorry for calling you ugly all those times. It's too late to take it back now. Bye, Mom. I blocked Mom, so this is what I heard from relatives. When her savings ran out and she struggled to make ends meet, she started working at the local grocery store. However, since she had never worked a real job before, she was scolded daily by younger supervisors. Despite the humiliation, she couldn't quit because she needed the money, so she went to work in tears every day. In the midst of this, Ivanka went back home. Mom was furious, saying she had no obligation to support a stalker daughter like her. Understandably, Ivanka had been charged with stalking and severely warned by the police, losing her job in the process. Mom, barely able to support herself, had every right to be angry. It's no surprise that Ivanka ended up like this, given how Mom spoiled her. I hope they continue to navigate their struggles together, since they're so well matched for each other.
Hi, this is Zora's number, right? I have something important to discuss.
Who is this?
This is Evelyn, a coworker of Steve. Sorry for contacting you out of the blue. I really need to talk to you.
Oh, so you're from his office. It's nice to know someone he works with. Did something happen to him? Since you're reaching out to me suddenly.
Can you please stop acting like you're already his wife? It's really awkward.
What? Aren't you contacting me because something happened to him at work?
He's fine. You're so ready to get married to him, I bet. But too bad. I'm the one who's going to marry him.
Okay. I just want to clarify, are you from his workplace?
Yes, I'm one of his assistants. I've been under him for the past 6 years. He's so down to earth, and he's wonderful both as a coworker and as a man. At first, we had a platonic relationship, but we've been seeing each other since last year.
Oh my God.
I contacted you today because I have a request. Please, Break up with him right away and never appear in front of us again.
All right, I understand. Did you think I would say something like that? Do you even understand what you're asking? You got involved with someone else's man and are asking me to break up. It's ridiculous. Can you please stop making these weird jokes?
I would never joke about such things. We're in love. He loves me the most. The second best needs to leave him now.
Listen, we're getting married this weekend. You should know that since you're his assistant, right?
Of course. I'm going to take your wedding and fiancé. He's also well aware of this. So, can you accept reality now? You're dumped by him.
What the heck are you talking about?
He told me that it was time to end our relationship. He pronounced that we go back to being co-workers once he marries you. But I found out about my pregnancy just yesterday.
You're pregnant? Don't tell me the father is...
Yes, it's him. So I told him, expecting him to mention a termination. But he said something unexpected. I made up my mind, marry me and have the child. He really said it.
No way.
He told me he loved me the most and will build the warmest family in the world. So you see, Zora, can you please let him go? For the sake of the child that's about to be born, it needs the father. You're okay with becoming single from now on, right? You can easily find a new man. Please, give him to me, especially considering there's a new life growing inside me.
Wait a minute. I don't appreciate you bringing up something like this out of nowhere. He was really cheating. And with a coworker. He got you pregnant.
He's mine now. We're going to be a family.
Look, you might be satisfied with taking him away, but I'm left in a mess. Our wedding is this weekend, and now this? We can't have it in this situation for sure. I don't even know if I have enough time to cancel everything.
Oh, you're worried about the venue, right? Don't worry, he already informed them about the change in the bride.
What the?
He called them first in the morning. He told them that the bride had changed.
What? You're kidding.
He'll take care of explaining the situation to the guests and everything. So you don't need to worry. You don't have to do anything. Just let me have him and the venue. He's such a kind-hearted guy. He's still thinking about you even after dumping you. I will be happy with such an amazing guy and our child.
Oh God. This is unbelievable. Our wedding's in just 2 days, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, but please understand and accept this as fate. I'll make sure to give him a happy life.
Hey, Zora, I heard from Steve. What's this change in the bride about? I still can't grasp the situation, you know. I suddenly got a call from someone who said she was the new bride. Apparently, he was having an affair with a coworker.
What? He was having an affair?
That's right. I haven't had a chance to speak with him, but according to the woman, she's with a child.
A child? So that means he's already starting a family with her, right? Or is it her child from a previous relationship?
No, he's gotten her pregnant. She found out just recently.
Pregnant? Oh my God. Well done, my boy. He's as brilliant and amazing as his mother. I'm so proud of him.
Excuse me? Well done. This isn't something to be praised, you know.
Zora, I'm really sorry about him. I do feel sorry for you. But considering the baby on the way, he has an obligation to be a father. Can you please let him go?
Huh? Hold on. Do you mean to say you're accepting his infidelity?
Oh, if a cute grandchild is on the way, there's nothing else to be done. Aw, I wonder if it's a boy or a girl. I'm so looking forward to it.
Hello? I found out about the affair right before the wedding. Your son betrayed his fiancée, you know. What's wrong with you? Praising him and celebrating the pregnancy as if infidelity is okay? Of course, it's unacceptable. I will speak to him about that. But cheating and the arrival of a child are separate issues, you know. To be honest, I wanted to see my grandchild sooner rather than later. What? You said you wanted to work more and weren't planning to start a family for a while, right? Well, I did say something like that. You know, I was actually disappointed about that. It's been my dream to go out with my adorable grandchild. So it was sad to realize that my dream won't come true anytime soon. But even though it might be considered insensitive at a time like this, I'm actually really happy about it. And my son is going to be a father. No matter what the situation, I have to support him as a mother. Moreover, as someone with child-rearing experience, a mother has to stand tall, no matter what happens. Being all flustered over something like infidelity is just no use. Jeez, are you really okay with that? Aren't you ashamed that your son's bride is a relationship wrecker? I think it's perfectly fine. When I got in touch with Steve, he showed me a photo. She was a lovely girl. What? If a girl like that is going to be his wife, I wholeheartedly welcome her. She's cuter than you. I'm sure their baby's going to be super cute too. You gotta be kidding me. I can't stop smiling. I feel so lucky, you know. Steve regularly gives me the gift certificate for spa treatments. He's such a devoted son and even covered the renovation costs for my home the other day. Now I'm going to have a lovely daughter-in-law and a grandchild all at once. Seriously? Hold on. Spa treatments and renovation costs? What are you talking about? I haven't heard anything about that from him. Oh, yeah? You didn't know, huh? The amounts are quite significant. So I thought you two had discussed it together. I have never heard about any of it. Oops, then maybe he discussed it with the new bride. Well, I'm fine with it either way. If they are being dutiful and taking care of their parents, I'm happy with that. New bride? Isn't it a bit too quick to accept all of this? Zara, I feel bad for all the things you've been through, but the wedding is approaching. We need to be flexible. So I'm thankful for everything you've done for Steve until now. Now, go ahead and find yourself a new partner. Hey, girl. It was absolutely fantastic today. My wedding was a huge success, and everyone had a blast. That's good to hear. I'm glad that there were people who celebrated my stolen wedding. I can't believe they don't even question a sudden change in the bride. Hey, don't be sour grapes. It's ruining my good mood. I know you might be jealous, but can you please stop? Then can you please stop contacting me? Does it make sense to you to come and bother me after telling me to never appear in front of you again? Today is a special day. Since you're in a miserable state, I came to share some of my happiness with you. Jeez, who's miserable? I don't know who you're talking about. It must be the worst day of your life as your fiancé and wedding were taken away from you. But I'm feeling over the moon and I came to share my happiness with you. First, I'll send you some fun pictures and videos from today. No, thank you. Please don't send me anything. Oh, come on. You must be itching to know what happened. You wanted our wedding to be a disaster, right? Well, too bad. We were congratulated by our relatives and friends, and it was a really joyous day. I'm sorry that you're miserable, though. Can you not assume my feelings and get all excited like that? Of course, I had no ill wish for your wedding. It's more like, I don't care. Oh, please. I bet you did wish a bit. Anyway, I made the arrangements in advance so that everyone would congratulate me. If I mentioned I was pregnant, they had no choice but to celebrate, right? You really have some nerve, huh? By the way, Steve told me I was the most beautiful bride in the world. Technically, it should have been you.
I'm really sorry for being happy while you're not.
You seem to be in such high spirits. After doing what you did, do you really think you'll be happy from now on?
Of course we will! Everyone congratulated us, and it was the best day ever. I'll build a loving, happy family with him from now on.
Even though it's the beginning of a hellish ride.
What?
You're probably feeling on top of the world right now. But brace yourself. I'll make sure you fall to the lowest point in no time.
Hold on. Don't say such a scary thing out of nowhere. What do you mean by hellish ride? Don't frighten me.
Well, I have to go now. Best of luck with him so that you can spend the rest of your life happily ever after.
Hey, this is definitely your doing, isn't it? Steve suddenly transferred to a branch office in the countryside. Such a demotion. It has to be your doing.
Oh, really?
And I lost my job, you know. They made it look like I retired on my own will. But they suddenly pressured me into it. Isn't it practically the same as being fired?
Oh my. How unfortunate for the newlywed to start off like this. Well, starting a new life in the countryside in a relaxed environment might not be so bad, you know. That way, the child can grow up freely, right?
Stop being optimistic. I absolutely hate the idea of living in the countryside with no entertainment. All of this is your fault. You were saying some crazy stuff about a hellish ride.
True, but I don't have the power to demand your demotion or dismissal. It was entirely your company's judgment.
Unbelievable that all of this happened just because of wrecking your engagement. What the heck did you say to our bosses? What gives you the right to do something like this?
I didn't say anything, and I have no right to intervene. However, the subcontracting company received a stern message from the head of its best client. So the company has to issue some form of punishment for this matter, you know.
What are you talking about? The head of the best client?
Yeah, but let me make it clear. It wasn't me. I'm just his daughter. I have no connection with your company whatsoever.
Oh my God.
You are all happy to be congratulated on your marriage, but don't forget that there are people who are enraged about it behind the scenes. After all, a marriage by conquest involves that kind of thing.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious? What the? You're the daughter of the head of the best client? Are you telling me that you're the daughter of an important figure?
I am indeed. Obviously, Steve knew about this whole thing.
What? Seriously? So you're saying he knew about...
I got a message from him first thing in the morning. He was ready to accept the punishment, and he was relieved it didn't end worse. He wanted me to thank my dad for being lenient.
Oh my God.
He told you, right? He made up his mind. Let's get married. He had already prepared himself for this.
No way. I had no idea. Why didn't he tell me?
Maybe he thought that the woman he was going to throw away wouldn't have any relevance to you. Betrayal is unforgivable, but I can appreciate his integrity.
Wait a sec. What do you mean? So, his resolution was about that? Not about leaving you and marrying me?
It was about being mentally prepared for what would happen. Taking responsibility for his actions and not running away is a good quality, even though cheating is despicable. So I wish you happiness.
Happiness? But he's shipped off to the countryside, and I lost my job. How are we supposed to be happy? I hate the thought of living poor in the middle of nowhere. What am I going to do?
I don't know and don't care. So long. What's going on, Zora? What's this invoice for the wedding expenses? Oh, that. Well, my parents had temporarily covered for his share, so I'm sending it to recoup that cost. I initially planned to ask him to pay it back in installments after the wedding, but since the money was used for something else, I had to send the invoice immediately.
Huh?
When I checked with him, he said he was about to head to his new assignment immediately, so he asked to send it to your house for the time being. Hold on, what do you mean your parents covered his share? It sounds like he had no savings. That's correct, so he had to go to them and ask for their help. No. The plan was to split the wedding costs evenly, but he kept sending money to you and didn't have any left. So he had to get a loan. No way! That sounds like a lie. Steve's supposed to... Getting spa treatments regularly? Paying for the renovation of your house so he's a devoted son? He just seems like a show-off. It was just to please you. He's an idiot who spent all his savings just to make a good impression. Is that so? So this invoice, could it be that I... Of course. He will be responsible for paying it. I sent it to him. Why are you snooping around and reading the mail in the first place? That's so intrusive. It's addressed to him from you. Of course I would be curious. Whatever. It's none of my business. Please be sure to keep that invoice. Once he's settled down, please forward it to him. I don't need you to tell me that. But Zora, just to confirm, you only sent it here because you had no other option, right? He's the one who should pay for it. It has nothing to do with me, correct? Well, for now it doesn't concern you. But if he asks you for a loan, then you'll become a related party, I suppose. Oh, what are you saying? It seems like he'll face a pay cut for some time at his new job. With no savings and no one else to rely on except you, I wouldn't be surprised if he asks you for help. Now that the facade of the devoted son's gone, I'm sure he'll rely on you without hesitation. Then you'll have to help him out since you've been pampered by him all along. Oh no. Of course, there's no obligation for me to split the cost of that wedding, so I've billed him the full amount. It was written here, right? The total is $30,000. You're kidding, right? $30,000 is such a huge sum. Oh, just to make sure, there was another invoice in there, right? Please keep it together as well. Another one? Oh no, there wasn't. I'm billing him for $20,000 as compensation for the infidelity and breaking off the engagement 2 days before the wedding. I hope you haven't thrown that away. $20,000? Oh yes, there's another paper. Phew, that's great. So it's a total bill of $50,000 then. I don't think he has the ability to pay it, so maybe you can lend a hand? Lend a hand? I have nothing to offer. But it's for the sake of your devoted son, you know. His debt was just to show you how good he was. So please, I'm counting on you. I'm giving him back to you, so please, spare us the $50,000. Oh, you've already heard, huh? I don't intend to spare you guys. Please make the payment. Please stick to the due date and pay promptly. That's impossible. We don't have that much savings. Besides, we need the money for the baby. But you see, this and your baby are unrelated. If you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help? What? What did you just say to me? Huh? I said, if you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help? Oops, I wasn't thinking. They found out about the affair and cut ties with you immediately. Among the people I've heard of recently, they were the only decent ones. It's all your fault. I lost my job because of you. Steve's transferred far away and my parents have disowned me. Everything's in chaos because of you. I'm happy to know that you're smoothly descending into hell. Have you learned your lesson from pursuing an affair? Well, it's too late to regret now. I'm done with all this. I'm returning Steve to you, so please forgive me. What about the child? Are you planning to raise it on your own? I'll figure something out. Like you, I'm young and cute. I'll find a new husband in no time. Mind your own business. Oh, by any chance, are you planning to run back to your ex-boyfriend, the one you were two-timing with? I heard he's a top lawyer. How did you find out about that? I looked him up to make sure you sunk into hell. I met him in person to discuss everything. No. When I told him what happened, he said you suddenly broke up with him, but it was for the best. He seemed really happy. He even mentioned that the head of the law firm is introducing his daughter to him. He's ready to move on now. He said he's cutting ties with a two-timing relationship wrecker like you and starting a happy life with a sensible woman.
Wait! This can't be true. My second choice. He was my backup plan in case.
What do you mean by your second choice when you're already with a child?
You can easily deceive someone about having a child, right? This is just unbelievable. Now I have no one to rely on. It's your fault. Why did you do this to me?
I told you. Be prepared for the hellish ride. Well then, good luck with your happy married life. As expected, Steve approached his mother Naomi for a $50,000 loan. However, she couldn't afford to pay and refused. He pressured her about all the things he had paid for. Eventually, she had to let go of the house she had just renovated in order to cooperate with the payment. He then took a solo transfer to a regional branch office while Evelyn's living in a cheap apartment with Naomi. After giving birth, she was blamed for the zero savings that was used to pay me and was immediately sent to work. On top of that, she's responsible for housework, so I've heard she's physically and mentally exhausted. On the other hand, I've had a new encounter with a nice guy, and we're currently in a relationship with marriage in mind.
Hey, Lauren. It's been a while. How've you been? Still leading that dull life dedicated solely to work? Hey, Rachel. Long time. You hit me up suddenly and it's straight to sarcasm, huh? It wasn't sarcasm. Just stating the facts. Well, I'm still enjoying work and doing well. Are you still unemployed? Hey, don't call me that. I'm busy helping Mom with housework, thank you very much. Helping Mom? I've never seen you do any housework. Stop nitpicking. But hey, I've moved on from that. Oh yeah? I'm getting married. Wow, congratulations. Wanna know who the lucky guy is? Not knowing isn't an option, right? Geez, you're still not cute. Huh. Though deep down, you're probably super curious. Whatever. Who's the lucky guy? He's a director at a big company. Dad set us up. He's 3 years older, excels at work, and might even become a VP soon. And of course, he's earning a lot. Now I can be a proud housewife, living an elegant life forever. To be honest, I was worried about being close to 40 and not finding someone. But not compromising was the best decision. I invested in myself with beauty treatments and cooking classes, and it paid off. You mean having Dad foot the bills, right? I know you've been pampered by Mom and Dad all your life, but I can't believe he even set you up for a marriage. You're way too dependent. Shut up! I'm lucky to have parents who care, unlike you. It's not every day you bump into a high-ranking director at a famous company, you know. Gotta use every advantage I've got. Poor you. Still single at 35? Excuse me? You were single until 37, so you can't talk. But you'll most likely stay single even after 37. So, I won. I'm not competing with you. While I'm living the high life, you will remain single, leading a miserable, poor life forever. I'm working hard and not exactly broke or anything. Let's face it, we know how much a woman can make by working. It's pretty evident that eventually, things might get tight financially. Not really, you know. There are plenty of women out there leading companies and doing well nowadays. Anyway, did you text me just to share your marriage news? Oh yeah, I almost forgot the important part. I want to invite you to my wedding. Wedding? When is it? The first Sunday of June. He's got a big network, so it might be a huge guest list. We're planning to book a big venue. Top-tier catering, a super luxurious wedding dress, and going all out. Well, I guess you'll be forever out of the wedding scene, so I'll let you admire my beautiful dress. Oh, I won't be able to make it on that day. What? Why not? Because I've got my own wedding planned for the same day. I never imagined it would overlap. Are you going to a friend's wedding? You better cancel that. That's not an option for me. I'm too far into the preparations. You're heartless. Choosing a friend over your big sister? You might have many friends, but there's only one sister in the world, you know. No, it's not my friend. It's my wedding. Huh? Your wedding? Don't mess around with jokes like that. I know you're jealous of me, but don't lie. No lie, no joke. I mean, someone like me who's gorgeous might find a partner even at 35. But there's no way that you, whose only passion is work, suddenly find someone now. That's just your assumption. I've been with my soon-to-be husband for years. Well, if you don't believe me, that's fine. The point is that our wedding dates overlap, so I won't be able to make it to yours. I'm sorry. I honestly didn't plan on inviting you, but I felt bad for always leaving you out. And now, you're making up a ridiculous lie to decline it. Seriously ungrateful? Fine, whatever. Having a miserable single woman like you at the wedding would dampen the mood anyway. Even if you change your mind, I won't let you in. Lauren, what's going on? Sorry, Rachel. Couldn't pick up the phone. I'm in the middle of getting ready, so it's chaotic right now. Why are you at my wedding? Huh? You said you weren't coming. That's not what we agreed on. Wait, I'm not at your wedding. Liar! I saw you in the hallway earlier. It was definitely you. What's crazy is that you were wearing a white dress. It's so rude to wear white when you're not the bride. Crashing a wedding without an invite and trying to outshine the bride? What are you thinking? Wait, so you saw me, which means you're having your reception at the same venue. What do you mean? Is your friend having it here too? No, it's mine. Yours? Yeah, like I said before, I'm getting married today too. I'm the bride, so wearing a white dress is obvious. But I never thought we'd end up at the same venue without any planning. It's a weird coincidence, isn't it? I get it now. You're planning to steal my husband, aren't you? Excuse me? Wearing a beautiful dress like a bride, trying to seduce him, huh? You thief? Geez, that's not it. If you come to my side, you'll see I'm having a wedding reception as well. Oh, so you're still going to lie, huh? I won't forgive anyone trying to ruin my happiness, even if it's my sister. Remember that. Ha! That's karma for you. Your dress is all torn up. Serves you right. Unbelievable. Why did you go to such lengths? It's your fault, isn't it? Trying to steal the show at my wedding. So, I cut your white dress into bits with scissors. Just because you're jealous, you tried to wear something like a wedding dress. You brought it on yourself. Your life is over. What are you talking about? That wasn't just a white dress. It was a wedding dress. Yeah, right. A real wedding dress? Uh-huh. I rented it from a bridal shop. No way! So then, it wasn't your friend's wedding today, but it was yours? Uh-huh. Like I've been saying all along, I'm supposed to have my wedding at the same venue as you. I kept telling you, but you never believed me. But Mom and Dad are at my wedding. You can't have yours today. A wedding without parents is unheard of. I never intended to invite them. What do you mean? They've always been indifferent towards me. Even when I got my first real job, they didn't say a word of congratulations. When I told them about my marriage, it ended with an, okay. I knew they wouldn't come even if I invited them, so I decided to have no family members. Wait! It's not acceptable for the bride's parents not to attend the wedding. Well, it might be unusual, I guess, but my partner and his parents understood my situation. He knows about my family issues from the start. Well, a wedding without family sounds pitiful. I bet there aren't many guests. More like a funeral than a wedding, huh? Not at all. Even though my parents aren't here, lots of my colleagues and friends are. I actually feel blessed. I thought I'd be the first to get married. I'm disappointed you did too on the same day. It was insane, you know. When you suddenly came chasing me with scissors, shredding my dress. Do you realize what you've done? You've done something really serious. As if I care. It's your fault. Having a reception at the same venue as mine, it's so confusing. It was just a pure coincidence. I had no idea. But cutting up the dress was mad. I mean, it was a rented dress, you know. Ugh, you're irritating. I didn't think it was a wedding dress. It's not my fault. Either way, your dress is torn up, so I guess your reception will be canceled, huh? Well, I'm off to have my lavish one in a lovely wedding dress with my darling. Enjoy wiping your tears of frustration with those dress scraps. Bye. How long are you going to ignore me? Lauren, answer me. What's up, Rachel? I've been calling you so many times. Why don't you pick up the phone? Sorry, I've been so busy I didn't get a chance to check my phone. Just took a break and saw a bunch of missed calls. So, what's the matter? It's a huge mess. My wedding got canceled because of you. Me? I thought you were having a lavish reception. I couldn't have one. It was suddenly called off. But why? My husband caught me in the act. You mean... Yeah, when I shredded your dress. I thought we were alone, but turns out he saw it. After that, when I returned to the hall, he told me the wedding was canceled. Oh, I see. It was really sudden, so we had to apologize to the guests, return gifts, and even apologize to the venue staff. It was chaos. It's all your fault. No way. That's not on me. You caused the trouble. So, is your husband still with you? No, he got mad and left ahead of me. He said he was going to talk to his parents at home and just left me here. Oh, that's tough. Your reception got canceled too, right? I mean, your dress was all torn up. I went ahead with my plan. How? I explained what happened to the bridal shop, and they let me borrow another dress. It was even more gorgeous than the one I had rented originally. My husband even complimented how beautiful I looked in it. You've got to be kidding me! I was worried about what would happen when you shredded my dress. But with everyone's blessing, it turned out to be an amazing night. This is so not fair! Huh? Here I am going through such a hard time with my canceled wedding, but you got to have yours. On top of that, you get to wear a better dress than the one you originally had. That's so unfair. It's all because of you, Rachel. If they hadn't been able to arrange a new dress, it would have been called off. God damn it! I wish I had chopped your hair off too. What craziness are you talking about? Anyway, I'm off to the after party now, so later. What have you done, Lauren? What now? He asked me for an annulment of marriage. He said he couldn't be married to a psychopath who'd shred her sister's dress. His parents even demanded we split up. Well, that's no surprise. It's all your fault. Not at all. I have to split the cancellation fees for the reception. Plus, your bridal shop's asking me to pay for the dress. Yeah, that's only fair, right? What? Why am I the only one treated like a wrongdoer? What else could you be? I'm the victim here. Because of you, not only did the wedding get canceled, but our marriage itself is done. I can't believe this. Just a little while ago, I was on cloud 9. Now I'm in the dumps. You know, it's a little late for regrets now. You should have known this would happen. I just wanted to teach a lesson to an audacious little sister who was trying to ruin my wedding. Annulment of marriage for shredding a dress seems a bit over the top. That kind of thinking is the problem. If anything, thanks to what you did, your husband realized your true colors. I don't know what to do. I'm being asked to pay nearly $100,000. I don't have a job. I can't afford that kind of money. You'll just cry to Dad, won't you? He and Mom always spoil you. They'll probably front that $100,000, won't they? Turns out, even they have had enough of me. Oh, wow. They said I disgraced the family, despite their efforts in introducing me to a respectable man. They're furious. They even told me not to step foot in their house anymore. Oh my God, they're surprisingly strict. My husband is from one of Dad's business partners. So now, it might cause trouble for the company. If his business suffers any losses, he wants me to take responsibility. Blaming you for the company's loss sounds a bit too much. But that's how mad he is, I guess. Hey, can you lend me some money? Huh? I'll work hard and pay you back. Why should I lend you money? I can't rely on Mom and Dad anymore. And ever since the wedding got canceled, relatives and friends have been cold to me. You're my only hope. No way, I can't. Why not? We're family, right? You say that now. You've always excluded me with Mom and Dad since we were kids. Only when you're in trouble do you turn to me. I apologize for the past. Let's patch things up from now on, okay? Anyway, I plan to claim compensation from you too. What the heck? Of course. I'm not the one to lend you money. I'm going to receive money from you. Wait, why do I have to pay you compensation? Because you chased me with scissors in your hand and shredded my dress, remember? But you weren't injured. It's absurd to demand compensation when there isn't even a scratch. Even so, attacking me and slashing at the dress is a serious offense. I could press charges, but since we're family, I'm trying to settle out of court without involving the authority. What do you think? Do you want to get the police involved? Oh no, please, not the police. But demanding money when I'm already struggling? That's too harsh, don't you think? You have a job, so you're financially comfortable, right? It makes no difference whatever situation you're in. I'm quitting my job, by the way. Oh, really? I plan to be a housewife from now on. A housewife? Why? You've always been so dedicated to your job. My husband is a CEO. Oh my God! He's the CEO of the company I work for. I thought it might be awkward for colleagues to still have me working there. Also, I've been focused on work all this time. I thought it would be nice to change. I'm planning to take good care of my busy husband as a wife. You're the wife of the CEO and a housewife? This is unacceptable. You're getting everything I want. You must have gotten married just to harass me. Absolutely not. Well, it might be tough for you from now on, but best of luck. I have to prepare for my honeymoon now. Bye. Wait! Help me, Lauren! Please, pick up the phone! After being kicked out of the house, Rachel started a live-in job. She had to take out loans to pay for the cancellation fees, the dress, and the compensation she owed me. Most of her paycheck is going toward repaying these debts. She lacks experience in the workforce, so she's worn out, getting scolded by her boss every day. Though she wants to quickly find someone, get married, and become a housewife, working from morning till night leaves no room for dating or finding a partner. It seems likely that she'll remain single for the rest of her life. Our parents are lamenting her failed marriage. They constantly fight, blaming each other for her becoming a fruitcake. It's the result of them spoiling her all this time. They're reaping what they sowed. On the other hand, after becoming a housewife, I'm leading a happy newlywed life in the home that was newly built at the same time as my marriage. Recently, I found out I'm expecting a baby. My husband and I are eagerly awaiting the arrival of our newest family member, nurturing our love amidst tranquil surroundings. Bonnie, where are you and what are you doing? Hurry up and answer the phone. Sorry, Mom, I just got off work. You are such a total jerk. You fooled me beautifully. What? I want you to divorce my son immediately. Huh? Today, okay? Excuse me, Mom? I don't want you to call me Mom. You're a bottom feeder. Oh, come on. What is it all of a sudden? Aren't you even going to explain to me why I have to get a divorce? You don't have any idea? Well, no. I don't even know why you call me a bottom feeder. This is why you're poor. I don't think I'm poor. Huh? You're going to claim you're not poor with that going on? So anyway, just calm down and tell me what you're talking about. It's funny that after seeing a bank book like that, you're telling me to calm down. What? A bank book? Don't tell me you went through our drawers. What kind of a person would go through your drawers? I was just looking for something, and I happened to find a bank book. No. It's not right to open a drawer in someone's house without permission. How did you get into the house in the first place? I made a spare key. Again? Please stop it already. What are you talking about? There's nothing strange about a mother entering her son and daughter-in-law's house. It's a mother's job to check that you, the wife, are taking care of the house. But my husband has already left you and started his own family. Making a duplicate key without permission is going too far, even for a mother. Shut up. Why are you making such a fuss and complaining? Before you know it, you'll start slacking off on your housework. I'm going to be keeping an eye on you from now on. I'm not slacking off. I'm usually too busy with work to do much housework, But on my days off, I clean the house and prep meals. That's why I have to go over there every now and then. I have to keep the house in order. I can't believe it. How much free time do you have when the place is 2 hours away by bus? That doesn't matter now. What's with the bank book balance? Balance? Why is it your bank book balance as a doctor is $1? $1? How much money do you have to spend to get your balance down to $1? Are you in debt? Or is it a lie that you are a doctor? No, I allowed my son to marry you because you said you were a doctor. If you're a doctor, you're probably paid more than anyone else. I thought you would be a suitable wife for my family. But when I opened it up, I found that the account balance was $1. What is this? I don't want a daughter-in-law like that. So divorce my son. Let me tell you something anyway. I have no recollection of a bank book with an account balance of $1. That's no reason for me to divorce Felix. Well, you're a cocky girl. You deny what I have seen with my own eyes. I myself don't have such a bank book, so it's a matter of belief or non-belief. Do you think you can deceive me coming on strong like that? I don't have a bank book with only $1 in it. What a person you are. You're a bottom feeder, a pauper, a spender. I'm none of those. If I knew this was going to happen, I would never have let you marry my son. I feel so sorry for my son getting tricked by a poor woman. If he stays with you, he'll be doomed to misfortune. Come on, please calm down. First, we need to find out who owns the bank book. Shut up. It can't be anyone but you. I told you it's not mine. No excuses. I'll make sure you divorce my son. Felix, have you finished work yet? Yeah, I'm on the train going home. What's up? I think your mother made a duplicate key without our permission again. What? Again? I'm sorry for talking about this now when you're tired from work. No. You should have told me earlier, and there's nothing to apologize for. I just gave her a stern warning the other day and took away her keys. I know, and I saw that myself, but it looks like she was here again today without permission. What? How many duplicate keys did she make? Your mother seems to really want to come to our house. But neither of us are usually at home because of work. Why would she want to come over? So far, she's just come to check if I'm doing the housework. Like if I'm cleaning up or not, or if there's anything pre-made in the fridge. What the hell? I don't want her meddling in our life. This time, she was going through the drawers in the living room. Ransacked the drawers? Sounds like a thief. Yes, but she says she was just looking for something, and she found a bank book with a balance of $1. What? Then she got angry. She called me poor and a bottom feeder, and then she told me to divorce you. Huh? But I don't have a bank book like that. I told your mother that, but she wouldn't listen to me at all. Felix, do you know anything about it? Yup, that's my bank book. Oh, really? It's a bank book that I opened an account with, but ended up not using. I thought I'd have to close it sooner or later. But I've been so busy with work that I haven't had time to go to the bank, so I just left it there. That's why the account book had a balance of $1. That's right, but I'm surprised she found it. It's a bank book I don't usually use at all, so I'm sure it was tucked away in the back of the drawer. You'd have to look pretty hard to find it and pull it out. Maybe it's because it was in the back of the drawer that your mother was curious about it. Well, anyway, at least now I understand. I'm still at work and can't see what's going on at the house, so I was just wondering what was going on. I'm sorry it got messy. I'll talk to Mom. Yeah, she was pretty worked up. You can explain to her what's going on. No. Wait a minute. What? I think we can make the best of this situation, don't you? What do you mean? You know, the last time my mom made a duplicate key without my permission, there was a fuss, right? We talked about it. What? Oh, that? Yeah, I was pretty serious about it. Well, yeah. If you're really okay with it, I'd appreciate it, but... Then it's settled. Are you sure? Yeah. I'm gonna need a little help from you, so I hope you can go along with that. It's okay. I trust you and I'll leave it to you. Thank you. Let's have a strategy meeting when we get home. Roger that. Bonnie, I've had a change of heart about you. What's this about? I thought you were stubborn. You listened to me. I'm sorry? I went to your house today and found most of your stuff gone. That means you're divorcing Felix and leaving home, right? Huh? Did you enter the house without permission again? I'm Felix's mother. I think Felix just took your duplicate key again. Once I make a duplicate key, it's mine. You're a criminal now. That's not important. When are you guys getting divorced? Today? Tomorrow? No, I'm glad I could save my son from a poor wretch like you. I told him about the $1 balance. I wonder if it helped. Oh, you told Felix? Of course I did. Then you already know. That's your son's bank book. What? My son? Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. Didn't Felix explain it to you? I don't think it's a good idea to accuse someone just on the basis of an assumption, without checking the name in the bank book. Come to think of it, Felix was trying to cover for you by saying that. But the fact that your belongings are missing from the house, I knew that he followed my advice and decided to kick you out, didn't he? I was right. You lying bottom feeder, poor woman should get a quick divorce. I see. This was supposed to be my last piece of advice. Advice? I don't want to seek understanding from someone who even twists the story of her own son. Huh? That's enough, excuse me. What the hell is this? Well, if the divorce is final, then whatever. I'm going to find a suitable wife for our family this time. But well, it's not going to be easy to find the right woman for my son. I'll clean up his room so that he can live at home for as long as he needed. Bonnie, I saw the screen caps of your messages with Mother. She's such a twisted character. There's no helping her now. I guess not. I think your mom wants us to get a divorce no matter what. I thought I was giving her one last chance. So much bad blood has accumulated over the past few decades that even I, her son, can't take it anymore. I guess we'll just have to put the plan into action now. Are you sure you're okay? After all, she is your mother. Are you sure you're not overreacting? Yeah, don't worry about me. Actually, you know, there's a part of me that feels pretty good. What? After all, my dad's mental health is ruined because of my mom. She's a monster you shouldn't get close to. Monster indeed. Bonnie, thanks for your concern. I've already made the transition, so I'm fine. Yeah, okay. Well then, I'll go ahead and get ready too. Yeah, I'll see you at the new place. Bonnie, what the hell is going on here? I thought you were divorced, but Felix hasn't come home yet. Bonnie, Are you still at work? I went to your house today to check on you. The spare key I usually use didn't work anymore, so I asked the neighbors. They told me that the house has been vacant for a few days. Hey, that's not true. The house is vacant, is it? You moved out, but Felix is still living there, right? Where the hell did you take Felix? Give me back my Felix! Mother, it's no use going to that house. Felix? Come on, stop pestering Bonnie with messages. Where are you now? You already divorced Bonnie, didn't you? Come back home right now. No, I'm not going home. Why not? You moved out of the apartment you were living in with Bonnie, didn't you? Let's live together as a family again. The three of us? That's right. Your father will be happy to see you back. Dad's not at home anymore, right? Huh? This is no time for casual texting. Take a good look around the house. What are you talking about? Your dad's been with me the whole... Huh? What's going on? Your father's stuff is gone. You know what? It took you too long to even notice. What? Your dad moved out of the family home? Just as it appears. Why would he leave? I don't understand. Dad couldn't take it anymore. You were obsessed with me, your son. You even made a duplicate key for yourself. You wouldn't listen to me even when I tried to warn you. You kept breaking into our house and bullying my wife over and over again. You even claimed my $1 bank book was hers. You went as far as to demand a divorce. What? And you've always been selfish and annoyed Dad. He worked hard for you. You're always telling him to earn more money. Even Dad, who's always been so kind to you, gave up on you. Oh no, so I have to live at home by myself now? That's right. What about you, Felix? You're divorced and single. Where are you going to live now? I'm not divorced. Huh? That can't be true. Bonnie's belongings were disappearing one after another. I know that. That means you kicked Bonnie out, didn't you? No, I didn't. I didn't kick her out. I just moved Bonnie's stuff out first, so she could move into our new house. What? I've already moved all my stuff out. Bonnie and I are living in the new place, so you can't use the duplicate key you have, can you? That's terrible, Felix. You tricked me. You pretended to divorce Bonnie and moving out without telling me? Well, if you say I tricked you, you're probably right. But I had to do this to protect my family. Why would you treat your mother this badly? No, it's you, Mother, who's been treating us badly. Huh? You were complaining about a bank book with a balance of $1 and even told Bonnie to divorce. And I explained to you that that bank book was mine. I told you why the balance was $1, but you wouldn't listen to me. You called Bonnie a liar and a poor woman. You relentlessly pressured her to get a divorce. I couldn't believe you only had a $1 balance. You know what? I told you many times that it was an unused bank book, and yet you assumed the bank book was Bonnie's. And I brought it to your house. I showed you that it had my name on it. Mom, you just wouldn't admit you were wrong. The only thing I could do was laugh. You know what? I'm no longer your son. What? That's why I moved out of the house without telling you. What are you talking about? You're my only son. I'm sorry, but I can't continue being your son. I see what's going on here. Bonnie must have some kind of control over you. If that's the case, I'll get you a lawyer or whatever. I'll protect you from that woman. You know, Are you still going to say that? You can't be a doctor and have a $1 balance. Either she's lying about her profession or she's a spendthrift. I'll say it again. The bank book with a $1 balance is mine. I also explained to you how that bank book came about. You acted as if my words didn't exist. Do you know how I felt? Well, you wanted to protect Bonnie, didn't you? But I don't think you need to force yourself to stay married to a poor woman. Your mother will find you a more suitable partner. Until then, live at home with your mother. We have a room for you too. I'm done with this. What? There's no point in saying any more. What do you mean? I mean, I'm cutting all ties with you. Wait! I'm never going back to your house again, and I'll never see you again. Felix? Just give up on me. Hey, where's your father? You know, don't you, Felix? I know, but I won't tell you. Why not? Because my dad's going to divorce you. I'm sure you'll hear from a lawyer soon. Divorce? I don't want that kind of trouble. You should be a little embarrassed. What? Do you have any idea how much you tortured him? He's mentally ill enough to go to the hospital. Your father's in the hospital? I didn't know that. Well, you were too preoccupied with destroying our marriage. I guess you didn't notice the change in his health. I didn't want to destroy your marriage. I was just trying to protect you. Bonnie, she's so busy with work. She's always trying to cut corners on the housework. If I, her mother-in-law, don't keep an eye on her, you won't be able to live decently. It's none of your business. We both work. We work and do housework together. She's making you do the housework. Whoever does the housework is our business. No, it's not up to you. The wife should do the housework. It pains me to have such old-fashioned ideas forced on me. It's time you let Dad and me go. I've only ever been a housewife. If your father and you leave me, how will I get by? Come on, you will have to work for yourself, won't you? Don't be silly. At my age, I can't work now. I can't keep up with my physical strength. No. You have the energy to travel 2 hours one way to break into your son and his wife's house. You're fit enough to work. But... Well then, goodbye forever. Felix, at least tell me where you are. Please, don't leave me all alone. After that, my father-in-law divorced my mother-in-law without incident. He now lives near our new house. As for my mother-in-law, she is desperately searching for us. We have moved far away from my parents' house. We have asked our relatives and acquaintances not to tell our mother-in-law the location of our new house. My mother-in-law will not be able to find us. The stress of being left alone has made my mother-in-law completely weak. She has sold the house and is now living a solitary life in a facility where no one comes to visit her. My husband and I, on the other hand, have been freed from the stress of my mother-in-law and are spending our days peacefully. My father-in-law is also in much better health since the divorce. We continue to have a good relationship, going back and forth to each other's homes for meals and drinks. My work and personal life are going well, and I am very happy. Hey, Julie, can we talk? Hello, Mom. Sure, what about? It's very important. It's about my son's inheritance. Inheritance? We just finished Louis's funeral. You're already talking about inheritance? Yes. You may not know this, but Louis must have left me quite a bit of money. I'm sure he was thinking about it so that I could live in peace in my old age. He must have thought of that. What a wonderful son. He left you an inheritance for your retirement? I'm not sure about that. But Julie, let me tell you something. I won't give you a single penny of Louis's inheritance, okay? What? There's no use in playing dumb. I know everything. You were just about to divorce Louis, weren't you? Well, yes. Then it's like you are a stranger. I would never give my son's inheritance to you, a stranger. But Mom, have you heard about our reasons for getting divorced? That's just because you're not good enough for my son, and that's why he wanted to dump you. So you have no right. We don't have money to give to a stranger. I see. Now, if you understand, get out of that house today. Why? Why not? The house you lived in with Louis, the house he built, is in my son's name. My son's house is as good as my house as his mother. There is also the matter of inheritance, and this is a definite matter. So from now on, I will live in that house. Leave all my son's things behind and leave today. And of course, take all the stuff with you. Okay. You wouldn't be so selfish not to leave, would you? If you were on the verge of divorce, you wouldn't have to stay in that house, am I right? Well, I guess yes. Well then, goodbye. The day after tomorrow is move-out day anyway. I don't mind if I leave. Move-out day? I'll talk to the real estate agent. You should vacate the house by the end of the day too. I'm sure they will give me some last time to soak in the memories of you and Louis. What? Hey, Julie. Thank you for everything at my brother's funeral. Hi, Becca. I heard that you got sick after the funeral. How are you feeling? Well, I took some time off work and resting now. But thanks to you, I'm feeling better now. I've been very busy with work recently, and I've been very tired. And then the funeral came along, so that's probably the cause. I see. You really need to take a good rest. Yeah, you too. Thank you for giving me a proper send-off despite everything that happened between you and my brother. Don't worry about it, Becca. By the way, I'm sorry about my mother. What? While I was sick, it seemed my mother made a terrible mistake and caused trouble. She kicked you out of the house and said she was going to live there herself, didn't she? Yes. I guess she's probably at that house by now. I knew it. She doesn't seem to have a clear understanding of inheritance. No matter how much I tried to explain it to her, she wouldn't listen to me. My father is having a hard time with this too. Oh, really? Julie, I'm sorry to bother you at this hour. Is it possible to meet with you now? I'd like to discuss the current situation, including my mother's, and discuss our future. Sure. I'm staying at a hotel in front of the station tonight. There's a coffee shop on the first floor of the hotel. How about we talk there? It's the Greenwoods Hotel at the north exit. Oh, that will be great. It's close to my house. I'll be right there. Julie, answer the phone. Hey, Mom. Sorry, I was on the train. What on earth is going on? About what? A real estate agent came to the house, and he wants to evict me as soon as possible. He said if I don't leave, he's going to sue me for squatting. I told you, didn't I? I told you that today is the day to vacate the house. I told you to vacate the house as well. You did? But I didn't hear that this house was in your name, and I can't believe it has already been sold. Oh, I guess Louis didn't tell you about it. Maybe he was going to tell you after everything was done. He didn't tell me anything. What the hell is going on? You heard that Louis and I were just about to get divorced. What does that have to do with anything? I don't think it has anything to do with the house. Actually, the reason I want a divorce is because of Louis's infidelity. Huh? Louis was having an affair? No way! Yes, that's why I asked for alimony from him. Louis says he can't pay because he has no money. No way! Louis worked for a big company. He must have had a good amount of savings. Yes, he used to have a good amount of savings, but he paid so much money to his side chick. Until a year ago, we had nearly $200,000 in our savings, but now it's less than $500. $200,000 to $500? Actually, this is not only Louis's savings, but also our joint savings account. In other words, he used my money without my permission. Well, I wanted to ask him to pay back the money, but I understand that he can't pay for everything, and I just wanted to cut off ties after the divorce. As a result of our discussion, I received the car, the house, and the furniture and appliances in the house as alimony. At that time, I changed the name of the house and sold the whole house to a real estate agent. How could you? The real estate agent kindly waited for us to move out until after Louis's funeral. That's terrible. This house is like a memento of my son. How can you sell it off without a second thought? Don't you have a heart? Why are you blaming me? It's his fault that things turned out this way. In the first place, he should not have cheated on me. If he hadn't, he wouldn't have spent all his money like that and gone broke. And he wouldn't have had to give up the house, car, furniture, and appliances as alimony. I get it. So the woman who stole Louis from you is to blame for all this. I can't believe she tricked my son into giving her all the money. Who the hell is she? At least, I need to make one complaint to feel satisfied. Oh, that woman? You know her very well, right? Huh? Who? It's Hannah. What? I guess it was last year, right? You told your son that I wasn't suitable as a wife. You introduced your friend's daughter to Louis as a potential new wife, right? They've been in a relationship ever since. No way! I just wanted you to be more solid as a wife. I thought that if I brought a young, attractive woman to him, you would realize that you need to change, you know? Sounds like you just wanted to harass me. Oh no, it's not like that. And I didn't expect Louis to be serious about her. But as it turns out, you made Louis cheat. And then, you seem to have misunderstood something about inheritance. Louis didn't leave any kind of will, so in this case, the legal heirs has the right to inherit. I know that. That's why I'm saying I, his mother, have the right. I'm sorry to say this, but in this case, the only one who falls under the legal heir is the wife, me. What? Why? I'm his biological mother. I mean, this is connected to what I was saying earlier. Louis has nothing that can be called an inheritance. What? All of his lifetime savings were used for Hannah. His remaining cash and deposits are almost zero. Zero? I've done my research and there was nothing. No way. If you doubt me, I can show you the bank books and all the other evidence. If you want, I can put you in front of a lawyer and we can go over it thoroughly. Okay, that's enough. I see. Then please leave the house today. Oh no, this can't be. Julie? I just went to your parents' house and found a total stranger living there. Our family moved out 6 months ago. What? You didn't know? I think my parents told you about it. What? So why did you decide to go to my parents' house? Maybe you're looking for me, but I'm not at my parents' house, okay? It's too far away from my workplace. Then where are you now? Tell me. I'm temporarily staying with a relative. Relative's house? Where is it? I will go there now. Just tell me. I won't tell you. We are no longer related, remember? Not related? You married my son. Even if Louis passed away, it doesn't change the fact that you married into our family. You must support me. No, there is no such law. However, I've already filed for a legal separation with the authorities. What? What does that mean? It means I've officially severed all legal ties with my deceased spouse's blood relatives. Now that means we are legally disassociated. We are strangers. What? That's why I am not obligated to tell a stranger my parents' current address. I am also under no obligation to support you as a stranger. Then what am I supposed to do now? Who is going to support me when my son is gone? Oh yeah, your husband divorced you, didn't he? How did you know about that? I've heard a lot about you from Becca. Louis's death was caused by a car accident. Hannah was a passenger in the car at the time, right? They went on a road trip behind my back, and they got into an accident. Hannah only suffered minor injuries. So if only Louis hadn't cheated on me, he might still be alive today. However, the person he was having an affair with was the person you introduced to Louis, and the reason for the introduction was to harass me. Naturally, your husband and Becca know everything about it. I heard that he was furious and decided to divorce you, and Becca also decided to cut off ties with you, right? I never thought it would come to this. I certainly didn't expect it to end this way. In the first place, introducing another woman to your son who is married is insane, isn't it? You encouraged your son's infidelity. I think you deserved it. Hey, help me out here. What? I have nowhere to go. My husband has left me, and my daughter has left me. My parents' house is gone, and I have no parents or siblings. You are the only one I can rely on. I'm the mother of the man to whom you married once. I told you earlier that we are legally disassociated. I don't care about the law. I think we can get along just because I am Louis's mother. Let's continue to live together as mother and daughter and get along well with each other. Excuse me? Did you forget that I was hurt by Louis's betrayal and was working on a divorce? What? You also repeatedly harassed me. I don't want you to be involved anymore. Oh no. Have you forgotten the debt of gratitude you owe me for accepting you as my son's wife? You have no one else to turn to, so help me as an ex-wife. I can't. Why not? It's just too much for me to handle on a physical level. What? I don't want to see your face or hear your voice anymore. I will block you now. Goodbye. Darlene searched everywhere for me, even going to my uncle and his wife's house where I used to live. However, my uncle blackmailed her, and she turned blue and ran away. After that, I thought she understood her position, but she barged into Hannah's house. I had already received a solid alimony payment from her, so I had no intention of taking revenge on her. But Darlene must not have been satisfied with her feelings. She went on a rampage, screaming that she did not receive her son's inheritance because of Hannah. The situation escalated, requiring police intervention. I wanted to tell her that it was all her fault in the first place. In the end, she was sued for damages. She started working part-time to pay the damages, and she has been working from morning till night. She thought she'd be able to live a comfortable retirement with her son's inheritance. But now, she has to live the opposite life. This is exactly what she deserves, right? Amanda, where are you now? I tried calling Anthony, but he didn't answer at all. I messaged him, but he didn't read my messages. That's why I'm contacting you. Amanda? Seriously, you're not reading my messages too. Anyway, I'm going to the hotel and checking in first. You guys hurry up and get over here, okay? Hey, what's going on? I just came from the front desk of the hotel, and they said they don't have a reservation for me. Anyway, call me as soon as possible. Sorry for the late reply, Mom. I waited forever. I've been trying to reach you. Where the hell have you been? I'm sorry. I turned off my phone until now. What? Why did you bother to do that? If your phone is out of service, you won't be able to contact me. No, it will only be out of service for a few hours, and I can get in touch with you if I turn it on again. I had it turned off because I wanted to enjoy my rare airplane trip. Airplane? Why would I need to fly to Las Vegas? Las Vegas? That's right. Las Vegas is only a few hours' drive from your place, right? Why do you need to fly? Don't make up some weird excuse just because you're late getting back to me. It's not an excuse. Anyway, what about Anthony? I've been messaging him, but he still hasn't read them. He's right next to me. He's turned off the phone for a long time too. He said he hasn't read the messages from you yet. Oh, I see. So, where are you two now? We're in a cab on our way to where we're staying. What? Where's the hotel? I went to the front desk and they said they didn't have a reservation. I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. I can't see what you're talking about. You're traveling too? Is there any trouble there? What are you talking about? You didn't tell me your arrival time and waited for you two at the station, but you didn't show up. What? I get it. You changed hotels at the last minute, didn't you? You should have called me when it's important like that, for heaven's sake. So, where's the hotel? Anthony just checked your messages. Did you by any chance try to follow us on our honeymoon? That's what I told Anthony, right? I'm not a fan of flying, so I asked him to change it to Las Vegas. I also showed him the brochure of the hotel we wanted to stay at. And I asked Anthony to reserve a room for me. This is not what he promised. Mom? What? Anthony looks very exhausted right now. Why? When I said I'd follow you on your honeymoon, Anthony just laughed without saying a word. He didn't say no. That means I can go with you. Mom, he thought you were joking. Huh? He said he remembered talking about that when he went to your house, but he didn't think you were serious about going on honeymoon with us. What? And the fact that your friends are coming along too, he was even less inclined to take it seriously. I wasn't joking. What's wrong with a mother accompanying her son and his wife on their trip? Leaving the parents who took care of him behind to have fun with just the two of them? It's not fair. Well, I don't understand that feeling. Anyway, we have no intention of going on our honeymoon with you. By the way, where did you guys go? Hawaii, as planned. You mean you didn't even change the destination? Yes, so we didn't even book a hotel in Las Vegas. Oh no, what are we supposed to do tonight? Are you saying we should sleep on the road? Anthony just found a hotel near the station that can be reserved for today. Oh really? As soon as the reservation is confirmed, he will send you the details. Great. That's my son. He loves his mother so much. Oh, he said you should pay him later. Really? He's so stingy. I'm his mother. No, I think it's only natural. And also? What? Anthony said he'll talk to you properly about it later, but he was going to cancel the plan to live with you and Dad. What? Why? Don't you understand? Anthony fears that this is a bad sign for the future relationship between us. Anthony is really concerned. Oh, wait a minute. That's not true, is it? Anthony's a kind boy who loves his mother. There's no way he would abandon me. I think he's making this decision because he's a kind and gentle boy who loves his mother. According to Anthony, you've always been a bit of an over-involved person, but this is going to spur on even more. I think it would be better for both of us if we didn't live together. Oh no. What about you, Amanda? You don't think so, do you? You'll live with me, right? I'm sorry, but I agree with Anthony. Don't say that. Anthony said he'll talk about it with Dad next time. So that's all I wanted to say. Hey! Now, if you'll excuse me. I don't want you to do that. I told my friend that I live with my son and his wife. She told me how jealous she is that I have a loving son and daughter-in-law. But how can I tell her that it's not happening anymore? I don't even know how to explain that we didn't get a hotel reservation. Please come over here now. Hey, pick up the phone. Janet, that fancy dress in your room? What is that? It's a fancy floral pattern, and the sleeves and length are too short. It's inappropriate for a married woman to wear such a flashy dress. I confiscated your dress for you. You should try to wear modest dress, okay? Huh? Sarah? Did you enter this side of the house again without permission? It's connected only by a staircase that's unlocked. Just because it's a two-family layout doesn't mean you can enter without permission. Moreover, you entered the room and stole the dress. Please return my dress right now. Stealing? I'm just educating you. You're a married woman trying to seduce a man with such flashy clothes. I'm just educating you, you insolent daughter-in-law. I didn't keep it for myself to wear. As you know, I work as a designer, so I have a lot of clothes. I have dozens of dresses. So what? You designed these disgusting clothes. Your work is vulgar. Who walks around in those vulgar clothes? I know who it is. I know that you stole the clothes from my room and wear them. You often go out with your friends for shopping and coffee. What? And I hate to say this, but we don't have such bold mini lengths and short sleeves. We're more of an elegant brand for adults. If it's too short, then it's simply not the right size. What do you mean? Speak up! Can I say it? It means you are very fat. Huh? Well, it's true that I've been a little concerned about it lately, but I can tell without being told that you stole these clothes and wear them without permission. The fabric and elastic are unusually stretched and so on. If you force yourself to wear clothes that don't fit, the design will be ruined and it won't look good. I suggest you wear a size that is right for you. I understand. I can just return it. I'll bring it back later. Yes, please return it today. What a cheeky daughter-in-law. I don't know if you're a designer or not, but you don't have much work to do anyway. You're so bossy. You don't steal people's things. I think it's common sense. Even elementary schoolers could understand that. Shut up! You really are a cocky daughter-in-law. Janet, I got rid of all the vulgar clothes in your room. Huh? I thought it was lunch break, so I opened my phone and suddenly, what? You can't be serious, can you? Of course I'm serious. I think they're probably being burned at the garbage disposal site by now. Huh? What the hell are you doing? Could it be all the clothes I was making and hanging on the form? Of course! I got rid of all the vulgar clothes. And by the way, all the papers that were around. Clothing design drawings? No way, oh my god. That was something I was drawing for work. I'm telling you that work is vulgar. Huh? You quit your work. If you think about it, you're cheeky. I think it's because you're in a flashy world like the apparel industry. You seem to think you're so smart just because you can make some clothes. But the clothes you make are gaudy and vulgar like garbage. Only a whore would wear those clothes. As a wife, a pair of sweatshirts, jeans, and an apron are enough. I threw away all those fancy, non-functional trash clothes. I bought you clothes that are appropriate for a wife instead. From now on, you are to wear it. You are a wife too. You have a lot of gaudy clothes. I'm fine. Besides, my oldest son, Bob, and my second son, Zach, both of my sons are interested in the apparel industry and are actually working in it. And yet, if I, as their mother, am not a fashion-conscious and attractive woman, it would be a disservice to them and to the world. That's why I'm fine. So I don't need to worry about what I wear because I'm married? Yes, especially you. It's a disturbing concept for educating wife. Huh? Educating wife? I'm saying that as the wife and the daughter-in-law of this house, I will discipline you. You are to sleep on our side of the household starting tonight. Oh, and that you're to report your resignation to the company before you come back. I got rid of all the clothes in your room, so you wouldn't be able to work even if you wanted to. You took the liberty of getting rid of my clothes for that? That's right. So you'll have to resign, right? That's right. Nonsense. Huh? I have to go to a client after lunch, so if you'll excuse me. Nonsense? I will not tolerate your outbursts against me, your husband's mother. I thought I would start in earnest tomorrow, but I've changed my plans. Starting today, I will thoroughly educate you. You go home prepared. I know all about your shallow wiles. You think you fooled me, but you haven't. Last night, I thought you didn't come home. I was right. You came back in the early morning. You seem to be sneaking around, but I can easily spot you when I see your car. And since you got home early in the morning, I can't believe you slept until this hour. What a slovenly person. If you are the wife of the family, you should get up at 5 a.m. every morning to make breakfast for your husband. What's more unforgivable is this red wine I found in the kitchen. It's really outrageous that you would buy something so extravagant. The wife should just drink tap water. It is unforgivable that you would buy such a luxury item without telling your husband. I couldn't help but lose my temper and pour wine on you while you were sleeping. But this time of year, I'm sure it would have been enough to get to the core of your body. The blanket got wet, and now you can't go back to sleep. That's right. Let's do this every morning. It's a perfect custom to signal the start of a day of your education. Okay then, it's decided. Starting today, I will educate you. I'll pour red wine over your head to wake you up in the morning. What? Sarah? Come on. Get up quickly and come to the kitchen on our side of the house. I was on a business trip last night and didn't come home. Huh? After texting you yesterday afternoon, I flew to LA branch. So I'm at a business hotel in LA right now. To LA? On a business trip? Huh? Didn't I tell you? Janet, what are you talking about? I won't allow such excuses just because you don't want me to educate you. Just get on with it and come to the kitchen on our side. I'm in LA, so I can't. You're lying because your car is in the garage. I didn't use it yesterday, so it must have been sitting there all day. Huh? But you always sleep in the room next to the living room, don't you? That's where you were sleeping. Could it be Zach? Huh? Zach? Bob and Zach, both brothers, are off duty today. Last night, they said they'll stay with our side because they're going to play a game. Huh? Also, they asked me if they could borrow a blanket for visitors and sleep in the other room. I usually sleep there. I'm not home, so no problem. I said okay. I don't know about the wine. Didn't they buy it for them to drink together? Huh? Then I poured wine over... Did you pour it on him without even looking at him? Because I was afraid that if I stayed too long, they would fight back. I poured wine on him and immediately ran away to the other side of the house. Could it be that... Wouldn't it be better to go and check immediately who you have poured red wine on? No way! Janet, you've caused me a lot of trouble. Come back quickly and reflect on what you've done. I don't know what I should be sorry for. Can you please stop blaming others? You have a lot to be sorry for. If only you had quit your job and educated yourself. You meant to say that it was supposed to be me, not Zach, who had wine poured on him this morning. That's right. That's what was supposed to happen. It's an education for you, so it should have happened, and yet... Zach apologized to me on the phone. Huh? Because of that, Zach is resigning. What? What do you mean? How can pouring wine on Zach by mistake lead to his resignation? Well, because his mother was bullying the president of his own company. What? The president? If I were in his position, I would have felt the same responsibility. Wait a minute, Janet. What are you talking about, the president of his company? Yes, you're right. I should just reveal it already. Until now, I didn't talk about it because of Bob and Zach's intention, but... So what? The president of the apparel company that Bob and Zach work for. Actually, it's me. What? The company was originally started by a small group of people, including me as the main designer. Thankfully, the company became popular and grew in size. We were able to afford to hire employees like Bob and Zach. Now I work as the president and designer. Why did you keep such an important thing from me? If you know that your daughter-in-law is in a superior position to your own two sons, he said that you would likely bully me. Bob and Zach both suggested to me before we got married that we should wait and see how things would turn out. But in the end, you said, I'm going to educate my daughter-in-law. You were so excited that you poured red wine on me. Zach was so shocked to see his mother's foolishness that he said he was so sorry that he was resigning from his job. Oh no! Of course, Zach is an excellent employee. I tried to dissuade him, telling him that if he quit now, it would be a big blow to the company. Oh, I see. So he is not going to do something stupid like resigning, isn't he? How can you say that in your position? Why don't you think about who did the stupidest thing? That's... Zach is a full-fledged man. The fact that he would take responsibility for your actions, even to the point of resigning from his job, shows that he has a great deal of determination. I thought about allowing him to do so without penalty, or even reducing his salary or demoting him. But in the earnest and honest mind of Zach, there was no way he could be okay with that. So for that reason, I'm going to fire your son. What? Fired? Zach asked me to fire him. Otherwise, it would be embarrassing to continue our relationship as brother and sister-in-law. He wants to make sure that he gets his comeuppance. So I decided to respect his wishes and fire him. Technically, it's not a disciplinary dismissal, but a voluntary resignation. He will receive severance pay and other benefits. Zach asked me to make it a disciplinary action, but I didn't give in. We both agreed, and this is the result. But whose fault is it that we ended up like this in the first place? You understand, don't you? Oh my God! I can't believe Zach resigned because of me. To apologize to someone like you and ask you to let him go? I can't believe you made him do such a humiliating thing. Are you still saying that? Sarah, you still don't understand the gravity of what you've done. You're just making this bigger than it is. I don't know if you're the president or what, but get over yourself. I won't allow you to disrespect Zach any longer. It's not just Zach. This goes for my husband Bob too. Huh? Even Bob? Bob's resignation hasn't been accepted yet. After he finishes dealing with the massive loss that you've incurred, he will resign from the company. I beg your pardon. What loss? I just poured wine on Zach. Don't tell me you've forgotten already. It's all the clothes you threw away. Huh? I'm sure they're probably in ashes in the landfill by now. Including the unpublished design drawings, they were company property. I'll make sure you're to compensate for the damage. What? Compensation for damages? What do you mean? Zach and Bob will discuss the details with your husband tonight. At that time, please have your two sons explain to you. They longed to be in the apparel industry and fulfilled their dream to join my company. But because of you, their dreams were cut short by you, even though they were outstanding employees. Huh? Wait a minute. Is it my fault? I would have liked to be there if I could, but unfortunately, I'm in LA right now. Now, if you'll excuse me. Please, it was my fault. So please don't make me pay for the damages. That's impossible. It's not a personal decision. It's a company-wide decision. It's crazy of you to take money from my family. Family? Didn't you discuss this with them? Of course we did, but I can't stop it, so I'm asking you to do it. Zach is trying to protect his girlfriend, whom he is currently dating, from you bullying her. He's going to be taken into her family, and he's going to start all over again, looking for a job from scratch. And Bob and I will end our cohabitation at the end of this month. That's what you heard too, right? Can't you understand that we don't consider you a family member anymore? Not only that, even my husband. He started saying he was divorcing me. I've already heard that too. Your husband's decision surprised me too, but I don't blame him. Why? Don't you understand? I don't understand. We've been a successful family all this time. Is that really true? What? I can't say much, but I only know what I've heard from Bob and Zach. But you, as a mother and a wife in this family, have you ever thought about how well you were able to fulfill that role? I'm always perfect. Well, I'm not sure that's a good answer. What? No, I don't think you'd take this very well if I told you, so I'm not going to do it. What? What is that? Who do you think you are? Say it, Janet. I think it's best if you realize it yourself, so I won't say it. What? Since we are no longer living together, I will not be visiting your side of the house for the remainder of the term. We'll be filing a formal claim for damages as soon as possible. Wait a minute. Let bygones be bygones, and stop with the compensation. Then, don't dismiss my sons. and tell my husband and sons to desist. If they leave, who will make the money? I won't be able to make a living. I'll make sure I get along with you from now on, so please don't leave. I think that's your problem, isn't it? Huh? Well, I know it's a little early to say this, but thank you for everything. Hey, Janet! Bye. After that, first of all, we dissolved our cohabitation with my mother-in-law. After the standstill, my parents-in-law's divorce was finalized. As for the damages from my company, they paid me back in one lump sum with the money from our property division. As a result, she lost her living expenses and she was left alone, started working part-time in tears. However, she had never worked before and seemed to be stressed by being supervised by a boss who was younger than her. She had been getting into trouble at her part-time job, resigning from her job and moving from one place to another. After the compensation case was settled, my husband resigned from the company as he declared. I thought it was a little too harsh, but Zach also quit because he took responsibility. He resigned, saying that he would learn from his older brother's example and give himself a clean bill of health. Now Bob is working hard with Zach to launch a new brand. Samantha, I need to check something. What is it? Tomorrow is hospital day, right? Yes, it is. I almost forgot about that. I was just about to make a reservation for a movie I wanted to see. Sorry, I should have checked with you earlier. It's okay. I didn't make any reservation for the movie anyway. I'm not going to shrug off a trip to the hospital. You know, before we got married, we used to talk about seeing a movie at the theater once a month. We haven't been able to make it happen, but... That's right. It's already been a year since then. Time flies. Yeah, you're right. I still want to enjoy our life as a married couple, but I'd like to expand our family. I'm sure our kids will be adorable. I think you're going to spoil them for sure. I can't believe how cute they are even before they're born. Don't you ever think about how it feels to be a parent now? I do. I guess this is how our parents felt when they were expecting us. I think you're right. I have to thank my parents again. I agree. Well, I'm almost done with work, so I'll hurry home. Okay, I'll be waiting for you. Samantha, is today your part-time day? Good morning, Dahlia. Yes, it's part-time day today. Is there anything you want me to help you with? I've got some delicious travel souvenirs from our neighbors. I thought I'd share it with you. Want to come pick it up on your way home? Wow, thank you very much. Well, I'll stop by there after work. Okay, sure. By the way, it's already been a year since you guys got married. How time flies. Yes, it has. I was just talking about that with William. By the way, when are you guys going to increase your family member? I beg your pardon? I'm talking about having a child. I'm looking forward to the birth of my first grandchild. That's right. Some of my friends already have grandchildren. They all said that grandchildren are so cute. When they say that, I can't help but look forward to have one too. I wonder if it's almost time? Maybe you're already pregnant? I'm afraid not. I knew it. But I'm so happy that you're looking forward to it. I'm sure the baby will be very happy when he or she is born. What? Doesn't that mean that you're pregnant? You don't have to hide it. Just tell me honestly. No, I'm really not pregnant yet. Oh, no. Don't give me weird expectations. Anyway, now that you're married to my son, you need to give birth. Yes, we're looking forward to having kids too. But it doesn't always work out the way you think it will.
Well, that's a good point. But I'm looking forward to hearing some good news soon.
I understand. Is now the right time to talk?
Yeah, it is. What's up?
Well, I stopped by your parents' house today on the way home from my part-time job.
Why?
Before I left, I got a message from your mother. She said she wanted to share some delicious souvenirs, so she asked me to come pick them up.
And then?
That was great, but she kept asking me when we're going to have kids. She's really looking forward to the birth of her grandchild. I'm very happy for her, but it stings somehow.
Geez, she's talking nonsense again. I can imagine what she said to you. I'm sorry if she offended you.
I know your mother is looking forward to the birth of her grandchild, so I don't feel bad about that. But I feel sorry that I can't grant her wish yet. I'm feeling a little down in the dumps, so I decided to text you.
Mom has always been a bit of an airhead, you know? That's why she tends to hurt people without a second thought. It's obvious if you think about it a little. I'm not busy anyway, so don't worry about talking to me when I'm at work.
You're right.
We've only been married for a year, right? Let's slowly increase our family member. That's fine.
Yeah, sure. I feel better now that you said that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Anyway, I'm sorry about what my mom said to you. Samantha, can I talk to you now?
No problem, Dahlia.
You know, one of our neighbors just had a baby.
I see.
Babies are so cute. Even a stranger's child is so cute. I bet it's even cuter when it's my own grandchild.
I can understand that.
So, the mother was taking supplements to help her have a baby sooner.
Supplements?
Now, there's such a great thing as fertility supplements.
I guess so.
She said that the supplements were probably good for her. I was surprised when I heard the price, but it's worth a try, isn't it?
What? Are you telling me that I should take those supplements?
I'll pay for them. I'll buy them for you and you can start to take them.
Dahlia, I appreciate your concern, but I can't make a decision about the child on my own, so I'd like to discuss it with William.
You can just ignore him. Because he's not the one who's going to get pregnant. It's you, right? So you need to make your decision.
Yes, but it's an important decision, so I don't want to make it alone.
Well, I've gone to the trouble of telling you I'll buy those for you. You're wasting people's kindness.
I'm sorry, Dahlia. I'll talk to William and get back to you.
I'm saying this for you, who's going to give birth to my grandchild, but you're not even grateful for what I've done?
I'm really sorry for that. William, can I have a word with you?
Yeah, what's up?
I just got a message from your mother, and she said that one of our neighbors just had a baby.
I wonder who.
I didn't get the name, but apparently she was taking fertility supplements. I heard that it was effective.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, your mom asked me if I wanted to take the supplements.
Of course you said no, right?
I wanted to say no, but I couldn't say no without thinking about her feelings. I told her I'd talk to you and get back to her.
She really shouldn't have done all that. She's so meddlesome.
I heard that the supplement is very expensive. She said she would pay for it if it was for her grandchild. I don't feel comfortable.
I understand. I'll turn her offer down softly on my part.
I feel kind of bad. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, Samantha. Don't worry. I'll make sure to tell Mom.
Okay.
Samantha?
Hello, Dahlia.
How's it going? Are you pregnant now?
Oh, Dahlia, My period comes once a month, so I don't know yet. And I don't think I can get pregnant that quickly at the right time.
Well, then, shouldn't you be the one to call me?
What?
You know I want grandchildren, right?
That's true, but I don't think it's a good idea to report a pregnancy that hasn't even happened yet.
What's with that tone? You're making excuses because you can't have children?
That's not what I meant. I think William told you that both of us have talked a lot about having children. So could you please be patient with us?
Huh? I recommended supplements to you, but you refused my kindness. Besides, it's not natural for you to report to me about my grandchild.
Of course, as soon as I find out I'm pregnant, I'll let you know. But I'm not at that stage yet.
Are you sure you want to have William's child? The child you will give birth to will be my grandchild.
Of course, I want to have William's baby.
Then, if you don't work hard to have your first child soon, you'll be old in no time. Wait a minute. Are you in financial trouble?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know about that. William is making enough money to support you.
It's not about financial problem.
Then what is it? You two have been married for a year already, so it's about time to have a baby, right?
That's right. I've been talking with William about that as well. Please don't say anything and watch over us for a while longer.
Wait a while longer and keep an eye on it. That's all you've been telling me. How long are you going to make me wait for the birth of my grandchild? You're going to end up in failure because you don't listen to me. I've had enough.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Samantha.
Sorry, Dahlia. I was cooking and didn't notice.
Is there anything you're not telling me?
What are you talking about?
Put your hand on your chest and think about it.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Stop pretending. Why did you hide it?
Hide what?
You're pregnant, aren't you?
Why do you think so?
Miss Thompson, who lives in front of her house, saw you coming out of the OBGYN. She said she was sure because she remembered your face so well. Why didn't you tell me?
Just because I came out of the OBGYN doesn't mean that I'm pregnant. I'm sorry I didn't meet your expectations. I'm not pregnant.
Huh? How much longer are you going to make me wait?
I can't promise you when I'll get pregnant.
Your attitude really irritates me. If you can't have children, divorce my son right away. I want a grandchild.
Divorce? I have no intention of divorcing William.
You're so brazen. You say you want children, but you're not making any effort.
That's not true.
You're the reason I still can't have grandchild, right?
Well,
I'm sure that's true. William wants to have a child, and I don't see my grandchild. You don't deserve to be my son's wife if you can't have children.
It's not decided yet that I can't have a child. It's just that I don't seem to have the right constitution to do it right away. So can't you wait?
No, I don't want an incompetent wife for my son. Because if he divorces you and remarries a woman who can conceive right away, I'll have my grandchild soon.
Please stop saying that.
No matter how long I've been waiting, you're still not pregnant. So I was looking for someone new for William to marry. There were a few women who looked good. Samantha, please divorce my son right away.
Are you serious?
Of course. I've told you many times that I want grandchildren as soon as possible. And yet, it's your fault for being so laid back forever.
I can't divorce William for such a silly reason.
Silly reason? Samantha, be respectful of your words. You're the one who needs to be respectful of your words, Mom. My wife is not a childbearing machine. Huh? Is that you, William? I've been standing by Samantha's side the whole time. watching the entire exchange. Is that so? But it's just like what I said, right? We talked a lot about the pregnancy. We couldn't have a baby, so we went to the hospital together. Then, I found out that the problem was not only with Samantha, but also with me. What? So we went to fertility treatment together. Oh no, I didn't know that you're also infertile. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because I thought you and Dad would be worried if I told you. We talked about continuing the treatment, and if we couldn't have a baby, I was planning to discuss about that with you and Dad. I asked you, didn't I? I asked you to stop asking about the pregnancy. Did you? Stop fooling around. You've been driving my wife crazy, you know that? You've got it all wrong, don't you? Don't play dumb with me. I've heard everything from Samantha, and I've watched the whole exchange. Then let me get to the point. Huh? I still think you and Samantha should get a divorce. What are you talking about? If you're infertile, you'd better find a woman who can get pregnant. Are you insane? What? Of course not. Me and Samantha are not childbearing machines. Do you want me to go through a series of divorces and remarriages just for the sake of having a child? Enough is enough. I don't like the way you said that. I'm your mother, so don't be rude. If you are a mother, you would understand. Understand what? How Samantha feels. As a woman, don't you ever think about what it would be like if you were in her shoes? Because I'm not infertile and I was pregnant right away. I don't know how Samantha feels. I see. I understand. You finally understand, don't you? That's my son. I'm going to cut ties with you, Mom. From now on, I'm no longer your son. What are you talking about? Do you even know what you're saying? I want a grandchild with all my heart. I want you to take back what you just told me. I'm not going to do that. You just think of us as baby-making machines. I can't call you a parent if you think like that and bully my precious wife. What a thing to say. If you do that, I'll never be able to hold my grandchild. What choice do I have? That's how bad you've been treating us. You don't deserve to hold our child. I'll never let you hold the child. You can't do this to me. Why should you say such things to the mother who raised you so well? I don't even want to talk to you anymore. William, wait!
Dahlia, I'm afraid William doesn't even want to talk with you anymore.
Huh? What are you talking about? It's your fault, isn't it? Do something about it.
Well, I don't know if I can help you. William was so angry that even I can't handle it.
This is not the time to be talking like that. It's your responsibility. You're the one who should convince him.
I don't think I can.
What? I'm about to lose my son because of you, okay? You are the worst person in this entire world.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't give birth to your grandchild right away.
Are you kidding me? If you're sorry, go and convince William now.
I can't. To be honest, I'm relieved that William decided to cut ties with you.
Huh?
Your repeated attacks on me were making me quite mentally unwell. I know it must be difficult for you to accept the fact that I can't get pregnant right away. But it is really painful for me, for not being able to have a child when I want it so badly. It makes me want to beg God. That's all I want to tell you.
Samantha!
And I just got a message from William about our pregnancy and our communication with you. William is going to tell his father, who is currently on a business trip, all about it over the phone.
What? To my husband? Oh no, he's going to get angry with me.
You knew your husband would be angry with you, but you didn't stop bullying me. Then you should receive a severe scolding from him.
What?
Your husband seems to be very angry with you.
No way.
Your husband loves William and me very much. He said he will never forgive you for hurting us to the depths of our hearts.
Is my husband that angry?
It seems so. I didn't speak to him directly, so I can't tell you how angry your husband is. But William and your husband are talking loudly and excitedly about something.
What? You should talk to my husband instead.
Why?
Tell him that what William just told my husband is a misunderstanding. That I'm being kind to you. Say so to my husband. Clear up the misunderstanding properly.
Dahlia, it's not a misunderstanding. It's a fact. William seems to have told your husband correctly. There's no need for me to speak for him, nor is there any need for me to explain myself.
What a cruel person you are. I knew it was a mistake to let you be my son's wife. I've had enough already.
Please don't worry. As of today, I will cut ties with you. I don't think we will see each other again in the future. Thank you for the short time we've been together.
Wait a minute. What about my dream of holding my grandchild?
I don't know about that. You ended that dream by yourself.
Hold on a sec. Samantha, I apologize. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I don't want to lose my son and grandchild.
That's hard to do. William is so angry with you. It doesn't look like he'll change his mind. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh no, wait!
After that, Dahlia was scolded badly by her husband. He told her not to get any closer to me and my husband. Dahlia, who was so arrogant, is now stuck inside the house crying her eyes out. I couldn't help but burst out laughing when I heard about that. She had always been unable to understand other people's feelings and had a tendency to hurt people without a care. My father-in-law said the experience would be good medicine for her. And since we don't intend to see my mother-in-law in the foreseeable future, we decided to take the plunge and move out. As soon as the environment changed and the stress from my mother-in-law was gone, I found out that I was pregnant. Needless to say, William and I shed tears of joy. I don't intend to let my mother-in-law see the baby after child labor, but I have told my father-in-law where we're living now, so he will come to see our child secretly. I pray that one day I will be able to take my child to see my mother-in-law.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.